I'm going to do a review of this Muji notebook, my first time ever using a Muji notebook of this kind. It was really nice. It's like my favorite spiral bound notebook ever now. It has really smooth pages, has really nice cover stock. You can draw things on it, paste things on it. It feels like it's more wide ruled than college ruled, so you have like lots of room to write. It could be good for people with big handwriting. I mostly used it for doing like notes for book clubs and copying out extracts from things I was reading, and then I also used it to write to write acrostics a lot of the time. It really got a lot thinner over the course of my using it because I kept on tearing out pages from it, from like acrostics that I would finish and then want to put in my little folder of acrostics, which I really encourage you to start one of those yourself. I think that would be a good thing for you to start. And yeah, I took it all around. I used it to kind of write notes for if someone wanted me to play in their band. I would write down the names of the songs I had to learn, and I would write down the keys that the songs were in and whether the keys they were in were different from what was on the recording. I wrote down timestamps of little in-voice memos of past practices to let myself know, where to look for how to play that particular song. And I just really enjoyed the notebook. And they come in these packs of 3. You can see you can paste like a nose on there. Like if someone draws noses or shows you how to draw like nostrils on a nose, you can paste it on there. I basically, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I got it in a pack of 3, and when they came, they were kind of messed up, and I told Muji about it. I said, hey Muji, like these came and they're all bent up on the front. Can you please send me another one? Just to see if they would, because I was, it'd be nice to have ones where they weren't all bent up. And they actually responded really kindly to it, and sent me another one. It seemed like they're having a little bit of trouble passing me back and forth from the AI to a real person, and vice versa. But eventually they figured it out, and I got another one of these like 3 packs of these notebooks. I think they're called like Planted Paper or something, and they 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 come in these packs of 3, and they're beautiful. Yeah, so I told you about where I got it. I got it off their website. It's kind of expensive for an item on their website. It's like $8.99 or something, but you get 3 of them, and they're quite big. Everyone I showed the notebook to ended up kind of getting one, I think. Especially I showed it to a friend whose handwriting is big, and he was like, I gotta get one of those. I thought it would be good for a book club. It ended up being good for book club, acrostics, and copying out extracts, as I've said. And then, and I was able to like have this decor all around it. My nephew drew this chessboard. I was able to paste in this little post-it that I used as a bookmark. You can see the ring is this interesting construction where it doesn't really meet like that. And that didn't end up being a problem until like the last page of the book. You want to be able to like fold it all the way around so that you can just look at one page at a time instead of the full spread. And then in the front, I was always gluing stuff. First, I glued this guy that I drew who's saying no. And then I glued these noses, and then I glued these doodles, and I thought these doodles were really great. You can see I even put some notes for some videos in here. It's really big. It's hard to really get the sense of how big this notebook is. It's a nice, spacious spiral bound notebook. These are these kind of like geometric drawings that I do, that I'm addicted to doing, and I just put one in here, and it made me not really want to like clutter this space up much, because I wanted to have like, these are roads converging in like West Texas or something vibe. But yeah, basically the big discovery was that I like acrostics. I like acrostics quite a lot. That concludes my review essentially. This is what they look like. Planting Tree Paper, anti-bleed through notebook, pack of 3. 80 sheets, quite big, quite large. And you can see they come 3 to a pack with the rings kind of alternating which side they're on so that they lay nice. It's a hefty amount of stationery for $8.99. I guess a lot of people like getting this stuff because it's pretty inexpensive. I don't know what you'll use the notebooks for, but hopefully this gives you a sense of their size. The paper is super creamy, and that's what I like best. It worked really well with a ballpoint pen. Here's the totally unused one I'll use next. See how much thicker it is than the one with all the pages I tore out of it? I mean, this one's like darn near half what this one was. And this paper on the front is the same paper that's on those ones with the orange spine where I write my dreams down, you know? Something you might not have heard about is that they can actually bleach. It's kind of hard to see this, but I had this by a window for a while, and you can see it actually got lighter in color up at the top, whereas over here on a fresh one, it's a little bit darker across the board. It's sort of tough to see, but that is true. You can bleach the paper of these colors with the sun. The paper of these covers with the sun. The color of these papers with the sun. I will say also that the perforations on the pages are really pleasant to tear out. Like, they're pretty substantial. They really dialed in the perforations. Well done, y'all. And I'm not, that's maybe on my radar because Nicholson Baker likes to talk about perforations in paper. And he is my favorite author. Yeah, he's my favorite author outside of like Cesar Ira and Natsume Soseki. Yeah, the cover is the same paper as the notebook plane. I've been using a small version of these for my writing in my dream diary. And you can see it's the same paper on the cover. So now I'm gonna file this away on my shelf of notebooks. Had to slot it up there with other spiral bounds. When you get the double wire notebook plain, like the little guy, it comes with a little darker spiral. These are kind of brighter on the big guy, but the little one has a little darker spiral. And it's got that nice plain paper. And that's one of those I've been using for my like bedside little notebook for writing things down. See the size comparison between the bedside one and the big one? Thanks for choosing Weenie Hut Juniors today. I hope this video inspired you to use your spiral-bound notebook to its fullest extent, and I hope it taught you a little bit more about this particular piece of Muji stationery. All right, I'm out.